Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. And I think that in any stage in life, it's just a good verse to come back to, when you're trying to make decisions, or sort of look at yourself and look at where you are and recognize and trying to recognize, are you doing what God wants you to be doing, or are you doing what you want to be doing and it doesn't align with what God wants you to do? Because I do believe that God has a plan and purpose for every single one of us, and he's given us the different gifts and abilities that he wants to be used for his glory and to make his name great. And there can be times where we can get into what we want instead of what God wants, and it's in those moments where it takes sitting and recognizing, am I doing what God wants me to do, or am I doing what I want me to do? And I think sometimes, or lots of times, God does give us desires. I believe he gives us dreams for different reasons, because he created in us purpose to pursue different dreams, and that's why we have lots of these desires to do different things. I think that when you really just submit yourself to God and you surrender your life to Jesus, it's he that lives through you. It's no longer you that live, and it really comes down to obeying God and doing what he wants you to do. And sometimes it's not always easy. There are things that sometimes you'll have to give up just because it's not aligned with what God has for your life. And it's not that this is a life where you don't experience a joy because you're just giving up all these things. The reality is that there's way more joy. There's way more than you can even imagine that God has for you when you surrender your life to him. And the life that you live fully on your own, you may think that you have complete, that your decisions are going to lead to a better life, but the God of the universe knows you better than you know yourself, and he has great plans for your life. And when you submit and you try to consistently submit, which I really do want to do what God wants me to do. I really don't want to ever get off on my own. And if I ever do, one of my prayers is, God, please just keep me aligned with what you want for me. And if I ever get off, please correct me and put me back on the right path. And when you do get on that path where you're, doing your best to hear from God and be in a relationship with him, the things that'll come from surrendering to God are way greater than what you could ever have planned for yourself, because you have the God of the universe, the God who created all that we see, on your side. And so he sees the future. He knows what you need and when you need it. And there are times where you may not even realize that you need something, and God can come through and reveal that to you. And so that's basically what I wanted to share today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.